Hi guys, we're back, or we're still on Windows 10. I just made a video or test on Oracle VM VirtualBox, so that's new. It's version 7.0 and all is well. Xanmod installed. Great. Next test is VM Workstation Pro. Now, in this case, nothing has changed, so I went to help software updates and asked them go and check for updates if available. Give them to me. All right. So no, um, I have here some things I can re-enable, I suppose. Edit this virtual machine settings. Let's have a look. So I gave it 8. That's okay, but I can give it 10 as well. And then processors 4, 10, and 4, and 40 gigabyte. That's quite a lot. Normally I take 30. So that's done, I don't know, months, years ago. And here's the ISO image. So browse in my downloads. Yes, it's actually moved. I just moved it, Eric. Why did you move it, Eric? Documents. Yeah, there it is. So the ArcoLinuxS-Xanmod, and Xanmod is a kernel. That's all it is. A difference in kernel, Xen or Xanmod, or Linux or Linux LTS. So if we power on this virtual machine, I wonder if we will get, voila. It's not. Well, let's have a look at the version that's on here. I've no clue how old this thing is. And with a ISO, right? If you type ISO, look at that. I've been playing around in it already. So first full screen, that's this thing up here. So Control Alt T, ISO. Wow, that's one of March. So we could actually make an update video for it and not overwrite anything, but we have so many update videos already. So Control Alt F or Control V or G, those are the browsers, and you can activate these guys. And if you have a look at YouTube, ArcoLinux, voila, we accept it all. Voila. Now we follow the link. No, we don't want that all that. Reject, accept, sorry. And then Eric Dubois. Right. Finally, we got there where we want to be. There are playlists. And if you do the search, they also come out of the search, right? You go ArcoLinux update. There are 106 videos about updating. Let me show you that, right? So is it really necessary I make this video as an update? No update videos today. I'll install the Xanmod immediately. So I need to tell the machine to boot up with the ISO, not to boot up with the hard disk. So the order of the machine needs to be different. So this looks good. Power. Share folder, snapshots, auto protect, guest isolation, access control. We'll get there. VNC, Unity, and versions, auto login. And here we have something that we can play with. If we do UEFI already, I think it's already done. Let's see. Voila, there we are. So this is booting up from the ISO. If we go inside, we can navigate with our cursors. So the arrow up, arrow down. Basically, this is always good, right? This is good, that is good, and maybe this one as well. But NVIDIA on the Vmware, on the VirtualBox, on the QEMU, this is for hardware. Real metal installations. Then maybe you need NVIDIA. Maybe you need something else, right? There's 3 packages or 4 these days about NVIDIA. So it all depends what hardware do I have. Now, the Xanmod kernel shows us completely different signs in communication in the boot up. As you see, there's lots of stuff in here that we say, what's all that? That's because we never installed. We never had an ISO of Xanmod. So it's communicating with us and showing us all things that we've never seen before. But whatever, right? As long as it installs, we're happy. And then we boot up. And we can either take the easy installation or the advanced, and depending on the knowledge you have and the things you, what your hardware contains and the knowledge you already have at this point in time, you go for advanced or easy. Easy is what all the others distros, right, give you. It's like next, choose a language, of course. Where do you live? Something different in keyboard. And then you decide install alongside, replace partition, erase everything is always my option. We eliminated F2FS until further progress, I suppose, till it works again. And then next, install, done. So basically it's gonna copy paste everything that's on this ISO. Now he's copy pasting, right? He mounted a compressed file and is moving from A to B. Your future system is B. And we'll have to wait till everything finishes. Now, the thing I'm working with, which is actually interesting for you to know, there's a plugin called Screencastify, Screen Video Recorder, deelt je scherm, right? But I can't pause it, right? So we have to keep talking, and that's never been an issue for me. So, ArcoLinux XS, people get stuck and questioning 33 ISOs. What to choose, right? Well, go to the internet. Jen, go to the internet. All right? And every of our sites has a start here. Why would we put a start here as a menu? Maybe to start here, right? So the learning path, who are we? What do we want to achieve? We want to give you for 2-3 years a study, a university study, and you pick whatever you want to have and learn at your own pace and your own intelligence as well, right? And you give up sometimes and you go back, and that's the thing. It's a study on your own. You don't need us. Everything is online. It's all there. All the websites contain the knowledge. Whatever you want to know, it's already there. If not, 5 minutes later, the video is online. That's the point. So that's the learning path. ArcoLinux editions is what do we have? So we have 4 major things here. What we call the flagship is a big ISO with all kinds of stuff. GIMP, Inkscape, it has it all. And it just has to work when we boot up. It all has to be there. A little bit more complex, it might be, right? It's still okay, XS, but it does not contain that much software. There is less software, but there is still Bluetooth and printer network, but there is no GIMP, there is no Inkscape, there is 1 browser, not 3 browsers, and so on. So hence the difference in gigabyte. And the D is your question to start for a very, very minimal installation. Very minimal, right? No desktop, no desktop. Add any desktop. During Calamares, you can add more, but that was actually never the intention. Calamares just became better. I just learned more what's possible in Calamares, but in the beginning, it was just a black screen like ArcoLinux is. We only provided at that point in time drivers. So you could boot up. You saw something. And that was it. And then it was the rest sudo pacman -slitm in those days. and later on a Plasma or a Mate or an XFC, and you type just two commands: XFC4, XFC4, XFCE4, goodies. And that was it, right? So the D grew over the years because Calamares grew, and you could select in the advanced more stuff. But the thing is, it was always intended to be bare, black, right? Well, how easy it is, right, to just talk and yeah, talk with passion about your project. So let's finish the last one. The B's is where we choose for you the desktop. So we have an ArcoLinux B i3WM, we have an ArcoLinux B Plasma, we have an ArcoLinux B Awesome, and so on. But we also have an extended, and the extended is promotion for OpenBox as a failsafe, and more or less not that difficult. But all the rest are tiling window managers, and that's right after a few months, maybe you get accustomed to all these key bindings, which you need to learn by your out of your head, right? But it's fun. Tiling window managers are fun. They tile your window automatically, so you don't have to drag things to the left or to the right. And then you just keep on learning, right? You just keep on reading what's all there, what's all possible, and voila, all done. Thank you. So this is just a test if everything is working fine on Windows with VMware, the current version, and the latest, newest Xanmod kernel. And there we are. Here we see some screen resolution. We have here an application that's called Screen Launch A-Render, right? I just noticed today that the A-Render is not on board of some of the ISOs. So you'll see if you update your system that I've put a dependency. Ooh, go, my friend. I've put a dependency behind the ArcoLinux logout tweak tool. Here he is. ArcoLinux app, welcome app, right? 10.01 of just 15 minutes ago. What it will bring in, what it will install is the A-Render. So if we do Ctrl-Alt-W and we want to set our screen resolution, which is not okay, this will be installed, A-Render. And A-Render is not necessary on any of the desktops, right? But it's going to be there. It's going to be there just in case. This is XFCE. You are accustomed to XFCE, to go to display and tell the machine, oh my God, right? I got something else to choose. Sure. But it's a small thing. Okay, apply. Phew. Keep this configuration, close. But the same goes here. Output, virtual, resolution. Voila, you've got them all, right? I'm not going to save this, but you can have them all. And like I said, it's forgotten, a little bit forgotten, I think. The A-Render things was not there on Xanmod. So now, if you update, it will be, because of the dependencies that I've told it to have. Now, has it been, is he up to date now? I'm not sure if it's blocked at this point in time. All done. There can be only one. Did I stop it somewhere? Maybe, I don't know. So I'm gonna do this again until everything is up to date. So as you see, we got the Xanmod kernel coming in. We're not gonna build them too much, right? I'm not gonna go for a Linux kind of frequency and ArcoLinux kind of frequency, like 2 kernels a week, like 5 to 6 kernels a month. Now we're gonna go for some testing first on our machines and then distribute them over the internet. Sudo reboots or SR. Yes, and all the stories of grub are in the past again. How to start, thank you. And here we are. The ISO that you can find online at this point in time on all our servers. And there's not much to say, but learn, enjoy. At first, I would say, don't ask, look, right? Search. After 5 years, any of your questions are probably already answered. And they're online. Somewhere we have the ArcoLinux websites. Just type ArcoLinux, let's see what we get. ArcoLinux.com. The first one is a good one because why? We can just jump. You jump from this one to that one. This is the information website telling you, hey, we've got a November release, 33 ISOs, go grab them. What's new? Xanmod, Zen. Read what is new in this article. That's what we do all the time, right? Every release, we tell you what's new and what did we change and how to stay rolling. At the bottom, you'll see all these things. What's new and how to stay rolling. That's one. And later on you study. I want to know something about kernels. Okay, general, kernel, kernels. Okay. I want to know something about design. Blank is here. Applications, maybe something about fun and games. Sure, fun and games. So sometimes I go for some gaming, which is not often. And then you fetch stuff and so on and so on. Fixes, help. Why? Help. Go and have a look. Listing is also a very good one. Then you have immediately an overview of what's on them on the website, right? And maybe a control find is easier to have a look at the kernel. Fix for kernel panic when dual booting with Intel Ucode and AMD Ucode. Okay. Next one, how to fix VirtualBox freezing up on kernel. Wow, that's an old kernel, June 2018. But we give you fixes. If there's something we can, is there a way to help you? We'll share you the solution with you. And the place where all the videos are not on our own web space, but are shared. Oh my God, right? ArcoLinux. And not the Tech Hut, and not the Linux tips by Thor and so on, and this guy here with his beard. That's where you look for stuff. Here you're gonna look for kernel and then maybe specify Zen. Compare the Linux and the Linux Zen and the Linux hardened kernel. What's the difference between it? There must be differences, otherwise they wouldn't make it. So here it is. Voila, I would say happy learning. This is my test, all is well on virtual machine. At this point in time, we are 27 October 2022. All right, cheers.